In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. The epistle lesson for today contains the phrase, "Every good and perfect gift is from above, and cometh from the Father." Today we celebrate Mother's Day, a day on which we pay tribute and give honor to one of God's most priceless and perfect gifts, mothers. There's an old Arab proverb that says, God can't be everywhere, so he made mothers. William Makepeace Thackeray once wrote, "Mother is the name of God on the lips and in the hearts of little children." Abraham Lincoln said, "All that I am or hope to be, I owe to my mother." Mothers are indeed very special and precious gifts from God. One of my favorite Old Testament readings is found in the 31st chapter of Proverbs, where it says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to the household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planted a vineyard. She girded her loins with strength, and strengthened her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth out not by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. And then this important verse. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou hast excelled them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the God, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Story is told about a second grade teacher who gave her class a lesson on magnets and how they have the ability to pick things up. And the next day, the teachers gave the kids a pop quiz. The teacher asked, "My name has 6 letters and I pick things up. What am I?" Well, the teacher was surprised when she graded the papers. Over half the kids answered the questions not with the word magnet, but rather with the word mother. Well, mothers do spend a lot of time picking up after their children. Of course, mothers do a lot more. A recent study found that the typical mother, if she got paid for all the things she did, would probably earn over $750,000 a year. After all, the study pointed out that on an average day, a mother is a taxi cab driver, a counselor, an engineer, a carpenter, an accountant, a judge, a motivational speaker, a teacher, a chef, a supervisor, a personal assistant, an event coordinator, an administrator, and a preacher. Is it any wonder that the writer of Proverbs described her as being far of value above rubies? He also tells us there are some unusual qualities that make wives and mothers such noble characters. One noble quality possessed by the woman in Proverbs is that she's very supportive of her husband. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, and she does good and not evil. Husbands need the support of their wives. They need praise and encouragement. A good wife is a support system for her husband. Proverbs 21:9 says it is better to live on the corner of a roof than live with a quarrelsome woman. Heard a story about a couple named Hazel and Henry. It seems that Hazel was worth quite a bit of money. In fact, that she constantly reminded Henry about. A couple bought a new home, and while touring the new purchase, Hazel reminded Henry, saying, "You know, if it wasn't for my money, we wouldn't have this new home." Later in the day, a truckload of new furniture arrived, to which Hazel announced, "If it weren't for my money, we wouldn't have any of this." Well, the next day, a delivery truck unloaded a big screen television along with a fine stereo system. Hazel quickly noted, "If it weren't for my money, we wouldn't have this beautiful thing here." Poor old Henry had had fun enough. He said, "Hazel, if it weren't for your money, I wouldn't be here." One of the wonderful attributes of the wife and mother described by the Proverbs writer is her ability to manage a household. There does seem to be a peculiar management ability possessed only by women when it comes to overseeing an efficient home. The story is told of the woman who called home one day and asked her husband to make dinner, and when she arrived, she found him lying on the couch. She said, "I thought you said you were going to make supper." "He did," I said the husband. He said, "I made a pasta salad," and the directions said chill before serving. There's an old saying that a woman's work is never done. Obviously, the Proverbs writer recognized the fact. Most of all of us know about the great sacrifices that mothers make. The teacher was trying to teach her little class about fractions one day, and Johnny, she asked, "If your mother baked a pie and there are 6 people in your family, what percentage of the pie will you receive?" Johnny thought for a minute and replied, 1/5. Johnny replied, "The teacher, remember there's 6 people. How much would you get?" Johnny, little Johnny said, "I'd get 1/5. "Well, Johnny," said the teacher, "you just don't understand fractions." Respectfully, little Johnny said, "Ma'am, you don't understand my mother. She would have said that she didn't want any pie." Now, isn't that a lot like most mothers? Always putting the needs and concerns of those around them above their own wants and wishes. So is there any wonder that her children rise up and call her blessed? And finally, the writer had this to say: "But a woman who fears the Lord shall be praised." Notice that the Proverbs description does not say anything about her beauty or her athletic ability or her charm or her musical talent. It simply describes her as the wife and mother that all of us know. Someone who is quietly faithful, who works hard taking care of her family, who gets up early and stays up late, who watches over those she loves day after day, year after year. There was a mother over 2,000 years ago who gave up her precious child. If you've seen The Passion of the Christ, you must wonder how Mary, the mother of our Lord, must have felt as she saw her son literally beaten to death before our eyes, forced to extreme humiliation, and finally nailed to a cross. Is it any wonder that she is hailed as blessed among women? Joseph Rosenbaum is a retired accountant who survived the Holocaust in Poland. He tells a story. So I was 19 years old when we were taken to a concentration camp with a large group of other Jews. It was clear that we were destined to die. Told to get in line, his mother suddenly stepped in front of him, taking his place. I'll never forget the look on her face, he said, and her last words. I have lived long enough. You have to survive because you're so young. Rosenbaum said of his mother, most kids are only born once. I was given birth twice by the same mother. Not all wives are mothers, especially these days. Not all mothers are wives. We're thankful to God, nevertheless, for his priceless gift and our own birth.